quiet boy. Hey, he stayed trip, brother. Wait time.
What's up, buddy?
Y'all need to get y'all swag. You know, man.
So, but you want to tell me a little bit about the center here?
Well, before COVID-19, we ran a little differently. This is a Catholic Charities food pantry, and we have actually a collaboration with Saint Sabina, and it's been in existence since I believe the early '90s. Saint Sabina actually started off in the convent, in the basement, giving out food to the community, and then kind of outgrew the space. And so Catholic Charities was trying to partner with parishes, and so Saint Sabina decided that was a good idea for them, and so moved here, I believe, in the early '90s, and it's been here ever since. My predecessor, which is my boss, she's actually been with Catholic Charities for 20 years. So she started out as the director here as well. So we basically take care of the basic necessities that people have: food, clothes, and we help them pay their rent. And then obviously Catholic Charities has a lot of other things that they do in terms of like counseling, helping with seniors, mothers and children, that sort of thing.
We do a little cooking class. Sometimes we have like a little demonstration like out front right here or in the back. And in the past we've made like a salsa with kids and with like the elders over at the Elders Village. And then we also do like a harvest day. So like a lot of collard greens right here, a lot of people harvest those. And kale, we had okra last year. What else we had? We had kale and a lot of tomatoes. So I got a few tomatoes going on over there. And lettuce as well. So we just do like a little nutrition class in partnership with UIC.
So downstairs, we have the kitchen. We feed the children every day. The smaller kids are downstairs in a computer room where they can do their homework and where they can do e-learning. We have a dance studio down there. Our kids have dance classes. We have a teen lounge down there. Like this Pastor Bill Russell was here and came out to spend the day with us. Derek Rose is here. Joakim, all the NBA refs. Isaiah Thomas. Joakim actually, when he's in the city, comes here all the time. We call that Mary's Closet. So we try to really work connected with our employment center, social service center, youth center, whatever. So essentially somebody gets a job for the employment center, they need clothes, to dress clothes for an interview, whether male or female. So in there's all the dress clothes. And we also have in there,
excuse me, my young people. Excuse me.
Also have a video that reminds them while they go through all the training beforehand of interview skills and all that kind of stuff. They watch that. We have somebody that can take clothes in for them if they need it shortened or they need it lengthened or whatever. So that, and shoes and ties and shirts, everything is in there.
You put two lions in a cage and you don't feed them, what's going to happen?
Probably gonna eat each other.
They're gonna start to eat each other, and one's gonna survival of the fittest. Well, you cage in whole communities with no resources, no jobs, no nothing, they turn on each other. It's become survival of the fittest. And you can't keep doing this. What we teach here all the time is what we do is not because of, it's good to feed people, it's good to clothe people, it's good to help people get jobs. What we do here is because of our faith. This is what we're called to do. We define the church here as saying that when they say how many members do you have, so this whole community is our membership. So if we sit here with a block of tax-exempt property, we owe this community. So the whole community is our membership. And they say, well, what about the people that actually join the church? We say, well, those are the enlisted soldiers who get trained up to become servants to the community wherever they are, wherever they go. So we have town halls every year to the neighborhood. Everything we've done here, from the social service to the employment to the youth center, everything we do here came out of it. We meet with the town hall at the community and say, all right, how do we serve you better right now? What are the biggest needs in the community right now? And so then all those got birthed out of, like their So Strong Futures got birthed out of So many guys that had records, most of them drug records and marijuana records before it was legalized, and saying, okay, so what do we do to help them get back stable, get jobs, be able to take care of their families and the rest. So everything's been birthed out of the needs we saw in the community. They told us, but it's faith is center of the community. If there's no action, I'm beyond the discussion. You know, when I got people who are trying not to get shot, who are trying to get an education, who need food to eat that night, who need a place to stay that night, I don't have time for this BS on a Zoom meeting to make everybody feel like they've done something that I just can't do it. I'm not a social justice technical person. I'm a social justice action person. I grew up in a house. My sister was 10 years older than me. You know, and I'm ancient, so in those days, when I was born in 49. So in the 50s, my sister, as I was growing up, I was watching my sister was mentally challenged. And I watched kids call her retarded, laugh at her, trick her, do all these things. I used to be so angry. And I say all this because that's where it really began. I saw this outrage how my sister was treated. Fast forward, freshman year high school, second year high school, I got invited to go with 5 of the high school kids from Quigley to go to Wilburton, Oklahoma, on a Native American reservation. I'm down there 2 weeks the first time, and a group of Native Americans, myself, go walking into town with all high school kids. And to get some ice cream, the guy says, you can come in because you're white, they can't come in because they're Indians. And I said, what the hell is this? It's America, what are you talking about? So those 2 summers down there, I really learned the genocide and the evil was done to the Native American community. And so kind of fed that outrage that I saw back with my sister of persecution, of judgment. Junior high school, I go to finish junior high school. Dr. King is having a march in Marquette Park, about 25, 30-minute drive from here in the car. I lived south of Marquette Park. Marquette Park was 67th in California. I lived at 81st and Tallman. And I'm hearing all these things said about him, and I want to get to know him. I want to learn about him firsthand. I asked my parents one day about him. They said he's a good man. So I talked to my friends, and we ride our bikes over to Marquette Park. Any of us knew if we asked our parents, you know, they would never let us go. So I go, and I saw 2 things that changed my life. First of all, I see hate that I had never seen before. People turn over cars, starting them on fire, people throwing rocks, all these signs, Nazi signs, and send the N home, and all this really racist stuff. And I'd never seen that before, but I also saw people that lived in my neighborhood and went to my church in that group. So I didn't even know when I first saw him that he had already been hit by the rock. But I'm watching him and all this hate, they're throwing cans at him, they're throwing stuff at him, they're calling him all these names. And all King is saying to them is, we're brothers and sisters and we have to live together. We have to learn to live together, we're gonna die together. And I rolled my bike home that day, and I'm literally in my mind saying to myself, either this man is crazy or he has some kind of power I want to know about. And I decided I want to go work in the movement with Dr. King. King always talked about that the most powerful institution needed in America was church or synagogue or mosque. Because he said we can pass laws that will make lynching, segregation, racism, that make these things illegal, but you can't pass a law that'll change the heart. That's the job of the faith communities. So I decided I was going to go ahead and try to build a church that reflected what he called the beloved community.